Hello, hello, and hello. Oh, that sounded corny. Okay, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. Okay, hi guys. This is quite a different video. This time round, I am doing OC expression sheets. This is for Shana, the Desert Bandit, and I am so excited to say this. But after my first video on doing her redesign, which is this video, you'll see it like on top or whatever, I recently did a redesign of a character that I had made back in 2021, and now it was 2023, 2 years later, and I felt like she needed a revamp. And in that video, I talked more about her story, so I just started to repeat myself all over again. Shana is a desert bandit who was adopted by a desert bandit who acted like a Robin Hood character, but Shana didn't like that because people were ungrateful. So growing up, Shana became resentful and she kind of hated people afterwards. She kind of had bitterness towards helping others just based on their reactions, and instead she became a desert bandit who is bad. She does bad things. Yeah. So that's the very plain synopsis or background of who Shana is. And I'm happy to announce that I am working on a better, a plot, not better. I really like her story, but I'm currently working on an actual story for her, with plot progression, with a beginning, middle, and I'm working on a story for her. That's the thing. So I have been not writing it, but definitely writing all the main scene points of her story. I kind of feel like there's a lot to unpack from her, and that's why it's gonna be a bit longer. I'm gonna start writing it in the middle of the year, which is in about a few. I feel like we're already in the middle of the year, June. So I'm gonna be continuing her story. I'm gonna write her story, and hopefully I get to share her story. I don't know if it's gonna be a visual novel, then later on a graphic novel, or it's definitely not just gonna be words. I definitely one of the main reasons I became an artist was to express myself in a visual aspect. So definitely expect me to work on something with her story. I don't want to make promises, but now that I've said it, I feel like I must do it. So yes, I don't want to say her story now, but just expect more of her, expect more stories from me, and I hope y'all will enjoy it. So back to the video. I am doing expression sheets, and as I said, I'm no way, shape, or form a character designer. But when you're making a story, character designs are important. It makes your work much easier, during the whole phase. And I've said this once again, failing to plan is planning to fail. So doing tons of planning in the design phase does help a lot in the middle of it when you're storyboarding or you're creating illustrations. Having a reference point that you made for yourself definitely helps with that. And I was very lucky to go on my Notion, Notion, the app, to go on my old Notion and find that I had saved some expression sheets that I had found on the internet. And for those who don't know, I feel like I'm saying expression sheets you guys already know what it is. But for those who don't know, it's just a sheet of OC expressions. Different people emote different ways, they express themselves in different ways, and kind of think Toph in Avatar The Last Airbender versus Sokka. So Sokka is very much very expressive, by the way, and Zuko. Think of all those three and think of how differently they express themselves. Think of Zuko season 1 and Zuko season 3. Zuko before, he was very stiff faced. His comedic timing was really good, but he wasn't as comedic, you know what I mean? And I don't know how to explain it, but they did a wonderful job. So I'm using expression sheets from the team that did Avatar: The Last Airbender, plus some expression sheets that came from like more anime, and some expression sheets that are like Invincible, and just like those styles, more of like a semi-realistic kind of style. That's what I'm hoping and trying to go with, and like with the in terms of expression, but like in terms of like drawing it, I'm hoping to like put in more of my style, which I feel like all these things are a bit challenging. I am scared. I am very, very scared. And yeah, but I hope y'all enjoy it. Yes, and it's been fun. It's been fun developing her story. It's been quite interesting actually, and I feel like y'all will really like it. And another change that I made, like in the initial stages, I thought like should have like a bandana on her the entire time and be like this Kakashi character, and I kind of felt like I want my OC to actually have a mouth, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, they did good with Kakashi, but she's not Kakashi, she's Shana, and Shana deserves to have a mouth. It's so, that was an odd statement, y'all, but yes. So working on it was a bit hard. I did try to keep it to a few expressions, try to keep it to 5 of the main expressions, just in different intensity levels. So I got this idea from, it's called Making Comics, one of the best books I've ever read, especially if you're just like, even if you're not an artist, even if you're like just, no, it was Understanding Comics, I think, one of the two, Understanding Comics or Making Comics, which are by far one of the best art books ever made, honestly. Like, it's so good. I don't know what to say. Like, it is so good. It's so good into introducing you into the world of like art and comic art and just like storytelling, and it was a great introduction for me to learn more about storytelling, because I feel like not actually, like, unless you're going to like university or college, or unless you're going to like college, you're not gonna like find very in-depth like stories or like in-depth like training on like how graphic novels work, or how manga works, or how comics work and have been working and continue to work, and like composition on a page, and like, yeah, so those 2 books have like really propelled me forward into just storytelling in general. I feel like everyone should pick up those books actually. I think there are 3. I forgot about the other one, but I hope y'all pick up those books. They're very good books to read. It will like build like just your idea on stuff. Like, I feel like that's what something like reading accomplishes. It's just like it builds your idea and your perspective of the world and what you're doing. Yeah. So, I really want to talk more about her story, but I want to give out spoilers. Like, y'all, I'm trying to work on this. I'm trying to, like, hit you guys with some, ooh, wow, magical. I'm trying to do some good things here. And I probably won't talk more about her story, like the plot of her story. Like, y'all know her background. Like, get prepared for like her story, like who Shana is. I will be documenting the whole process, even the secret parts of her story, and I hope y'all will like it in whatever shape or form it's gonna be delivered. And that being said, I know I don't have like so many people watching this, but there's a studio on YouTube. It's called Studio Heartbreak. I feel like everyone has watched their trailer for their new movie. They have a Kickstarter, and you don't have to donate. And they're like, obviously this is not sponsored with it, but I want y'all to watch that trailer because that's my favorite thing right now, and I'm so excited for their film to come out. It's like really, it's like what art is all about, and I feel like that's my thing now. I should be giving my suggestions. I feel like this entire video has just been like, go read this, go watch this, but I love sharing what I'm seeing, doing, reading, thinking. And yeah, so hope y'all enjoyed this. This is the final OC expression sheet, and it is the initial sheet of expressions that I'll be using throughout the creation of Shana the Desert Bandit by SAWMI. Oh, that sounds so good. Okay, bye guys.